Hello everyone, welcome to EduStudy. In this video we will discuss World Heritage Sites in India, and this is most important for various competitive exams, all the competitive exams. This is important, and this is the second part. Okay, the first part is already uploaded in my channel EduStudy, so please go to the playlist of geography. Okay, there you will get the first part, and before watching the second part you have to watch the first part. Okay, then only your understanding will be completed. And go to the description box of the video, there you will get the PDF link. You have to download the PDF. Okay, and if you are new in the channel, then please subscribe it and do like and share the video. So let me start first one. So what is the first one here? Actually it is not the first one already we discussed. From 1st to 10th we already discussed in the first part. So this is the 11th part, and this is the Khajuraho group of monuments, and it is in Madhya Pradesh, MP. Okay, and it was declared as a World Heritage Site in 1985, and it is in the category 1st and 3rd. Okay, and the Khajuraho group of monuments, its building time period was 950 AD to 1050 AD. You may keep remember like this. Okay, and it is attributed to the Chandela dynasty of the 10th century. Keep it remember, for on which dynasty it is related. It is related to Chandela dynasty of the 10th century. Okay, so of the 85 temples, that means there total 85 temples are there, only 22 temples have survived in an area of 6 kilometer square. This is kilometer square. Okay, so keep this remember. This is all about the Khajuraho group of monuments, MP. Okay, let me come to the 12th one. So 12th one is the group of monuments at Hampi, Ballari, Karnataka, and it was declared in 1986 and kept in the category 1st, 3rd and 4th. Okay, the time period when it was built was 14th to 16th century, and the Birupaksa or the Pampa Pathi temple is the main center of pilgrimage at Hampi. Okay, you will on the another side also you will get the Birupaksa. Okay, both are different, you should not be confused. Here also you have the Birupaksa, or it is also called the Pampapati temple, and this is the center of the pilgrimage at Hampi. Okay, where group of monuments are there, and this is the center. What is the center? You have to keep remember, that is the Birupaksa or the Pampapati temple. This is important here, and it is on the bank of the river Tungabhadra. This is also important. Okay, you may expect this kind of question. And subsumes the ruins of Vijayanagar. Okay, Hampi as an important Hindu and Jain religious center has the Birupaksa temple, different from Pattadakal's Birupaksa temple. There is also a Birupaksa temple in Pattadakal. Okay, so keep it remember. And Hampi is an important Hindu and Jain religious center. It is Hindu and Jain religious center. Keep it remember. So let me come to the 13th one. 13th one here is the Fatehpur Sikri. It is in UP, and it was declared as a World Heritage Site in 1986 and kept in the category 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Okay, and the Fatehpur Sikri is called the City of Victory. Keep it remember. Okay, by the Mughal Emperor Akbar. That means it was built by the Mughal Emperor Akbar, and it was built during the 1556 to 1605, that time period it was built. Okay, the Jama Masjid, the Buland Darwaja, the Panch Mahal, the tomb of Salim Chishti, these are the monuments there you will get in Fatehpur Sikri. Okay, and Mughal architectural style of buildings, that means the buildings were built by using the Mughal architectural style of buildings. Okay, and here it is said the English traveller Ralph Fitz, it should be written in the capital, considered the city in 1585 as the considerably larger than London and more populous. Keep it remember. Okay, that time the English traveller Ralph Fitz considered the city, that was in 1585 time period was, and he said that it was considerably larger than London. Okay, that time London, Okay, so let me come to the 14th one. What is the 14th one? Group of monuments at Pattadakal, Balakot, Karnataka. It was declared as World Heritage Site in 1985, sorry 87, not 85, and kept in the category 3rd and 4th, and it was built in the 8th century by the Chalukya dynasty. Keep it remember. Okay, so the series of 9 Hindu temples, there were 9 Hindu, there are now also there are 9 Hindu temples as well as a Jain sanctuary in the northern Karnataka. Okay, the Birupaksa temple built in 740 century by Queen Lokamahadevi. Okay, Lokamahadevi to commemorate her husband was King Vikramaditya and his victory over the Pallava kings. Okay, this was the monument, and this monument was, I'm sorry, this is not the monuments, this is the commemorate, and this commemorate for the victory. Okay, victory of the King Vikramaditya II, and he got the victory over the Pallava kings. Okay, and this was built by Queen Lokamahadevi. Okay, and fusion of the architectural features of northern Nagara and southern Dravida India. This is important here. Northern and southern architectural styles are mixed here. Pattadakal is known as the crown rubies. Okay, it is known as the crown rubies. Keep it remember. Let me come to the 15th one. What is the 15th one? It is on the screen. Elephanta Caves. Elephanta Caves are in Maharashtra. This is important, and it was declared as World Heritage Site in 1985 and kept in the category 1st and 3rd, and it was built during the 5th to 8th century. Okay, located on Elephanta Island or Gharapuri. Literally it is called the City of Caves. Okay, City of Caves in Mumbai Harbor. Okay, 2 groups of caves are there, 5 for Hindu caves and group of 2 Buddhist caves. Okay, that means 2 groups are there. One group that is group of 5. One group of 5 for they are the Hindu caves, and 2 groups are there. Those are the Buddhist caves. Okay, so this is about the Elephanta Caves. I hope it is clear for you. Let me come to the 16th one. What is it? It is the Great Living Chola Temples, 1987. Okay, it was declared in 1987 as the World Heritage Site and kept in the category 2nd and 3rd, and 11th and 12th century. That means it was built during the 11th and 12th century. Brihadeswara Temple and Gangaikonda are the important here. These are the important temples in the Great Living Chola Temples. Okay, Aryavateswara Temple, Darasuram and Tamil Nadu, and Brihadeswara Temple in Thanjavur. These are the temples that built during that time, and these are included in the Great Living Chola Temples. Okay, these are important, you have to keep remember. And next one is here, 17th one. 17th one here is the Sundarban National Parks, West Bengal, and it was declared in 1987, kept in the category 9th and 10th, the largest estuarine mangrove forest in the world, also on the UNESCO World Network of Biosphere Reserves, formed from sediments deposited by the 3 great rivers, the Ganges, the Brahmaputra and the Meghna. Okay, this is the view of the Sundarban National Park. 18th one, Nanda Devi and Valley of Flowers National Park, Chamoli, UK, 1988 to 2005 again, and kept in the category 7th and category 10th. They comprise the Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve. That means both of these two, Nanda Devi and Valley of Flower National Parks, comprise the Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve on the UNESCO World Network of Biosphere Reserves since 2004. They are on the UNESCO World Network of Biosphere since 2004. So this is all about 18th one. Let me come to the 19th. So 19th is the here Buddhist monuments at Sanchi, Madhya Pradesh, 1989, kept in the category 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 6th. Okay, dated between 200 BC and 100 BC. Keep it remember. The The principal monument is Stupa 1, dated to the 2nd century and 1st century BC. So these are the important monuments at Sanchi, Madhya Pradesh. And let me come to the last one of the video, but not the last one. This is last one of the video, that is 20th one, Humayun's Tomb, Delhi, 1993. It was declared as World Heritage Sites and kept in the category 2nd and 4th, and it was the precursor monuments to the Taj Mahal. Okay, so it was built in 1570. Okay, and by the second Mughal Emperor Humayun's widow Biga Begum, also called the Haji Begum, she built it, and the architecture is credited to Mirza Ghiat. Okay, his name is Mirza Ghiat. He was the architect of the Humayun's tomb. Okay, and this tomb was built by Mughal Emperor Humayun's widow. Her name was Biga Begum, or you may say Haji Begum. So this is all about the World Heritage Sites, UNESCO World Heritage Sites in India. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, then please subscribe the channel, do like and share the video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.